This video will show you how to magnetize anything in Blender. Please watch it to the very end. In the description of this video I've already put a link for you to download the model file we're to use in this tutorial. When you open Blender, first go to Files, then click on Open and browse for the Blender file you've just downloaded. Select it, then click on Open to open it. Select this tin, then come to the Physics properties and click on Rigid Body to add a rigid body physics to it. Come down here and change this type from active to passive. Click here on Shape and change it from Convex Hull to Mesh. Select the seed, then come back to Physics properties and click on Rigid Body to add a rigid body physics to it. Now if you play it, you can see the seed falling down. So go back to the first frame and select this tin, then come to the Physics properties and add a force field physics to it. Now if you play it, you can see that nothing has changed yet. So come back to the Physics properties and increase on this strength value to about 100. Click here under Flow and increase this flow to 1 as well. If you play it now, you can see that nothing has changed yet. To fix that, go back to the first frame and select this seed. Come back to the Physics properties and scroll down to Shape, then change it from Convex Hull to Mesh. Now if you play it, you can see the seed being pushed away by the force field. And if you select this tin and come back to the Physics properties, then increase on this strength and play it, you can see it being pushed further away. To make it pull towards the tin, come back to the Physics properties, then click on this strength value and change it to a negative. Now if you play it, you can see it being pulled by the tin. But if you click on this Y to go to a side view and zoom in to look closely, you can see that there is a significant distance between these two objects, and this is not how it would happen naturally. So to fix that, select this seed and come back to the Physics properties. Come down to Sensitivity and click on this drop-down arrow on Sensitivity. Click here and hold, then reduce this sensitivity margin to about 0.001. Now if you play it, you can see that this gap has reduced. To get rid of it completely, select this tin as well, then come back to the rigid body settings and reduce its sensitivity margin to 0.001 as well. Now if you play it, you can see them colliding properly. Now select this seed and click on this Z to go to a top view. Press S, then 2 to scale it up by 2. Come back to the first frame, then press G, then X and move it up to this level. Click on this Y to go to a side view, then press G, then Z to move it up to this level along the Z. Now if you play it, you can see that it's always being pulled down by gravity. To fix that, come and click on this icon to go to the Scene properties. Click on this drop-down arrow on Rigid Body to expand on it. Scroll down and click on this drop-down arrow on Field Weights to expand on it, then reduce this gravity to about 0.5. Now if you play it, you can see that it's no longer pulling down a lot. Click on this Z to go to the top view. Select this seed, then press Shift D, then X to duplicate it somewhere here along the X. Press Shift or 7 times to repeat the action 7 times. Now select all these seeds, then come up here and click on this icon and change the transformation pivot point to 3D cursor. Now press Shift D, then R to duplicate and rotate it up to somewhere here. Press Shift R to repeat the action several times until you finish the entire loop. Now come back to the Scene properties, then click on this drop-down arrow on Cache and click on Bake to bake the simulation. Now if you play it, you can see them simulating nicely, but most of them are converging at the bottom. So to fix that, come back to the Scene properties, then click here on Delete Bake. Now scroll down to Field Weights under Gravity and reduce this gravity to 0. Now click on Bake to bake the simulation again. If you play it now, you can see it's simulating perfectly. And now we're done. You can now go ahead to work on your scene further in Render. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial up to now. I really appreciate. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss out on our latest content. Also, let us know what you want us to teach you about Blender in the comments. I promise we'll make a video. Have fun animating. I sign out.